Good afternoon. And this is going to be a review video, and we'll get back to the gardening stuff later because I will be doing a video later on. But this is for all of my CPAP buddies, and I will, in the description, I will hashtag CPAP equipment so that if someone is looking for a review for the product that I'm about to review, then they will be able to find it. This is typically a Que-stead channel or homesteading channel, homesteading, gardening, and prepping. So feel free to subscribe if that's what you're into and you happen to be on a CPAP. But I'm doing this particular video because although I was not going to do a full review for this new mask that I got, but I feel that it's necessary because there's a few other elements that I need to add to the review that I would not have found anywhere else. I am thankful for the reviews that are out there. There's not too many because this mask just hit the market, and for those of you who have it, you know what I'm talking about. The Resmed Airtouch, what is it called? The Resmed Airtouch N30-i. Woo-wee! But anyway, I'm going to review it from a perspective of someone who has other chronic illnesses on top of sleep apnea, okay? First of all, we're going to start with what I was using. Fortunately, I have decent insurance, and I'm doubly insured through Medicare and Blue Cross. And so my Blue Cross, not the Medicare, but the Blue Cross allowed for me for my first 30 days on the CPAP machine. They allowed me to switch out masks as often as I would like until I could find one that I like the best. And so I did just that. I must have ordered at least 5 different masks during that first 30-day period. I was diagnosed with sleep apnea in August of 2024 this year, and I didn't even know that I had it. What happened was I have a condition called seasonal affective disorder, and so during the winter months, I really go through it, and I just bought a new light, y'all, and it has worked beautifully this year. That was the one piece of the puzzle that I needed to finish up with once I did get my CPAP machine. But anyway, I noticed that after last year's bout with the seasonal affective disorder, it never waned. Usually I suffer with it from October, usually mid-October, once the days, begin to get really, really shorter. And then usually by March, it lets up between February and March. Last year, it let up in February because we had an early spring here in Michigan. And so it let up for me, but then I noticed in like May, I was just sluggish. I didn't feel good. I was sleepy all the time. I couldn't even get my yard together last year for my gardening. I was barely able to get my plants out into the greenhouse, and I made it with the garden. But as far as the yard was concerned, I did not get that together. It looked a hot mess, and it still does until next spring. And then on top of that, I had planned to paint my deck. It was a lot of different things I had planned to do over the summer and could not get it done. So finally, I was like, let me go to the doctor and see what's going on because I was just run down. So I went to my doctor. I explained to him what was going on, and he said, you may have sleep apnea. He's like, let's get you tested. And so he referred me to a pulmonary doctor, who tests you for it. So they did the tests, and sure enough, I had severe sleep apnea. So that was in June when I had the test, but it took all the way until August before we got everything set up. Okay, so I didn't know what to expect, and so I ended up getting the Resmed machine, which is very quiet, and I'll show it to you. I brought it out so you can see it. So here's the machine. It's very, very quiet because I had always heard that sleep apnea machines were loud, and I thought, oh Lord, this is the beginning of the end for me. And so, but it's very quiet. And so then I picked out numerous masks, but what I settled on was this, the AirFit F20 mask because I'm a mouth breather and I was told that I could not do a nasal mask. And so I was upset about that. But the first mask that I was getting, I couldn't even wear my glasses with the mask because it came all the way up to my eyes and I just hated them. And I was like, how am I going to be compliant? Although the masks were comfortable. I had the one that had the memory foam cushion and everything, but I just felt like I was smothering, and then I couldn't wear my glasses, so I couldn't see once I got the mask on. And I like to watch TV when I go to bed, and then I drift off. I set my TV alarm to go off at a certain time once I'm asleep, and so I missed that. So I ended up getting this Air Fit F20. It's actually the F30-i, I believe. And so the mask, it covers, although it covers the mouth, it comes up under the nose. So that allowed me to wear my glasses. So I was satisfied with it, but it still wasn't what I thought was the best. But I was able to remain compliant, but I still had too many episodes, at night with the sleep apnea, my AHI. It was okay. My doctor was satisfied. He took my, the air pressures up and everything. And so once he got it set to a good one, I started scoring. I scored 100 like 3 times with this mask. The rest of the times I scored anywhere from the high 80s to the high 90s or mid 90s. And so I did well with it, and I felt better. So that was the main thing. Then once I got my light for the seasonal affective disorder, things really got better. But then I saw this review from the CPAP store. I think that's the name of the channel. And he was talking about this new mask that Resmed had just came out with called the N30, the Airtouch N30-i. Yeah, that's the name of it, the Airtouch N30-i. When I saw how sleek and small this mask was, I said, I've got to get it. And so my doctor was like, no, you have to have, because you're a mouth breather, you need a full face. I said, well, doctor, I saw where you can wear a chin strap or mouth tape and if you can keep your mouth closed, then why can't I? And so he finally agreed. He was like, okay, we'll let you try it. He said, after you get to your 90 days, he said, we'll let you try it. Cause I was like at probably around 70 days. Cause this was maybe in mid-November when we discussed this, and he agreed to let me try it. So I ended up needing to buy the headgear for it. I had to pay cash for that because my insurance only pays for that every 6 months. But everything else was due to be replaced in December, which was my 90 days, for the mask and the frame and everything. So he went on and wrote the prescription reluctantly. Well, it worked. So what I did was I ordered some mouth tape pieces, and I ordered a lot of this because it wasn't expensive. And so they came in this thing. And so I ordered like 3 things of this, and each one had 500 pieces. So I used 2 a night. I just tape my mouth, and that's fine. Now, why this review is different and why I decided to do this review is because of my other issues. I actually have an ileostomy. For those of you who don't know what one is, just look it up. So what happened was I had to, due to Crohn's disease and ulcerative colitis, on the 6th of January of 2021, I had to have pretty much emergency surgery, and they ended up needing to remove my full colon. And so I received what they call an ileostomy. And so once I got it, I adjusted very well to it. I mean, it's wonderful. In fact, I don't regret one bit having that surgery. A lot of people hate it, but it has been beautiful for me. I don't have any problems with leaks or any other issues. I'm doing well with it for now because things can happen, But anyway, I'm doing well with it. But what I discovered was with the full face mask is, although I wasn't wearing the mouth tape, that air would go into my mouth with the full face mask, and that air would come out of what I call my belly butt or stoma. And so it would come out of my stoma and it would make my bag blow up with air. And I started having blowouts. And I was like, oh no, we're not going to deal with this. And so a few times, that happened where the air just forced the bag off, or I had a blowout where the seal would break in the bag. And fortunately, I always sleep covered with a towel just in case something like that happens. But because that wasn't happening prior, I knew it was from the CPAP. And that's another thing I told my doctor. So if there's anyone here looking at this review who happens to have an ostomy, this would be the perfect mask for you. If you're a mouth breather, you can wear a chin strap, which I don't like. I do not like the restrictiveness of the chin strap, although I have one. Or you can wear the mouth tape. The mouth tape is fine because at night when you go to bed, I'm not talking to anyone. So I put that mouth tape on as soon as I know I'm getting ready to go to sleep. And then I'm fine. And then it's easy to come off. The mouth tape is very easy to remove. And it's hyperallergenic. Let me show it to you again. This is what I use. And I forget the brand name to it. I'm sorry, you guys, but just look this up. And you can find it. Just pull up extra wide mouth tape and you'll find this. It's hyperallergenic. It sticks well. It's flexible. So you can still talk with it. You can't open your mouth, but you can still talk through it because it's stretchy. So that's why I chose this particular mouth tape. So if my phone rings, I can still answer the phone, say hello, and then, snatch it off and then talk. Okay, so I have one of those CPAP companies, the people who ship my supplies. They do what they want to do, okay? So once this was ordered, I paid for not the chin strap. I paid for the headgear. And so that cost me like only $25 because they were having a sale. And so I saved like 25% on it. So I didn't have to pay that much for it. So I got that immediately. So when the time came, which was December, to order everything else, we ordered the frame, we ordered the mask and all that, the mask kit. What did they send me? They did not send the frame. They did not send the mask kit. They ended up sending me a bag full of masks. Now, mind you, I'm glad I have them now because I have extra masks. They sent me so many. In fact, here they are. Just sent a bag full. And so the guy, when I told him, where's the other stuff? He was like, well, we were supposed to send the frame and all that. In fact, you could see the bag, but it was full of masks. No frame, no nothing. And so anyway, so now here's a mask here. This is the one, in fact, let me touch it right here. This one is drying now. So what I do, I have so many masks. I think they sent me like 7 or 8. So basically, I rotate every night because you're supposed to wash these daily. So I wash every 2 days because I rotate. So this was just washed today. And this is my rotation mask. So this was washed the other day. So I wash every 2 days. Or I wash every day, but I rotate. No, I rotate every day, but I wash every 2 days. So I always have a mask to use whenever I'm doing my wash, for my mask. So I wash them and then I allow them to dry over a 2-day period. And then I have my new one on. So I'm really flexible. I can be flexible with the mask because I have so many. So anyway, this is the setup. This is the part that I had to pay for, the back end, strap, which is called the headgear. And as you know, you have your swivel tube. And another thing, when they finally did send the right stuff, they sent me the frame. There was yet another mask connected to the frame. They never did send the kit with the different sizes, but for each mask, I knew I wore a medium. I figured that because I had tested, with the little nose tester thing. Well, they sent all medium masks, including the extra ones. Every one of them are, all the masks are mediums. So that's good because that's my size. So then they sent me an extra hose, which I was not supposed to get for 6 months. So I'm sitting here with, I have 2 of the heated hose and I have 2 of these. I wasn't even ready for these yet. So I'm like, okay, since y'all want to just send me what y'all want to send me. So then I ended up getting on the automatic shipment thing. So now I'll just get whatever supplies I'm due for whenever it's time to ship. Okay, so I'm gonna demonstrate this, and as you can see, the hose connects to the top. As you all know, if you're looking into this, it connects to the top, just like it did with the F20i. Okay, so what I do is I usually take the connection off when I'm ready to put this on. I have this set at my precise comfort level, so I leave it there, because if I don't, I will get a leak. It's the perfect size. And so let's see. You know what? I may not be able to get this on because, believe it or not, I wear a wig and it's too fluffy for this, because I have autoimmune disease, so I have to wear prosthetic hair as well, okay? But anyway, I'm not going to be able to, actually I can, for the greater good, I'm going to do it. I'm just going to have to reset this, but I pretty much know where to reset it. Okay, so all you do is you put it on. Let's see, I still, okay, I can get it on. Okay, you put it on. It fits under the nose just like this. I'm not going to hook it. I know I look crazy, but I'm not going to hook it because of the hair. But anyway, this is how it cradles under my nose. Then I put my mouth tape on. And it is excellent. It seals up. It seals up. And I don't have any leaks. I started from night number 1. I have had no events. None. And when I say event, that means that I haven't had any apneas. I guess that's what you would call it, where you stop breathing or whatever. Everything has been perfect. Okay, now after I meant to show you, after I put my mask on, then I hook this in. It just clicks just like that. To take it off, you squeeze the little white things on the side, it lifts right out. This is so, I mean, it's so non-eventful. It's wonderful. I had to go through a whole ritual getting the other one on, okay? But anyway, this is just so simple, and it's comfortable. You have your you have your memory foam on the sides. I can hardly feel anything on my face at night. The only thing I don't like about it is the TV thing. Although I can wear it with my glasses, this does kind of block the bottom part of your eyes, so I have to turn my head a certain way, but that's no problem because of the swivel thing. I can turn my head to the side. I can sleep on my side. I can flip. I can flop. And best of all, I have no air filling up into my ostomy bag. My bag is just as flat in the morning. Other than, I do have output and stuff, but, I dump right before bed. I empty, my ostomy bag. And for the most part, overnight, I can eat 2 marshmallows when I go to bed, and marshmallows will slow your output. For those of you with an ostomy, you know the story. Like if you're getting ready to take a naked shower where you take your bag off to take a bath or a shower, you pop 2 marshmallows in your mouth 30 minutes before, and it's either it stops or slows your output. For the most part, it'll stop it. But, throughout the night, it is going to start back up. So, but if you're taking a bath or a shower, something that's going to only take like 30 minutes, you're not going to get any output during your shower or bath. I never do. Now, some people have more output than others, but I'm one of those fortunate ones. I've been very blessed in regards to my ostomy. I can take a naked shower. I can walk around without the bag and all that stuff, for a length of time, while after I take my shower, I can go lotion and, just take my time with whatever I have to do. Then I put my new bag on. Nothing ever comes out. And of course, I always have a cloth. I use cloth diapers for that. So I always have that available just in case something like that happens, but it never does. So fortunate for me, okay? But anyway, so yes, this is excellent. And like I said, I would highly, highly recommend the N30-i, the Airtouch N30-i. I keep forgetting to say that because you do have an N30-i mask that's not the Airtouch. And it's just like this, except it doesn't have the cushion on the ends. And you know what, the other one, I would do just as fine with that, either or. Because this takes longer to dry. I don't like that. But because I have so many masks, I don't have to worry about it. It's usually dry within 24 hours. And since, you know, I'm letting mine sit for 48 hours to dry, I'm fine, you know, because I have so many extras of these. So, you know, like I said, I am thankful. I love this setup, and I've been using this now for, it'll be a week tomorrow. I received everything last Saturday. So like I said, I wasn't even going to do a review, but I decided because of the ostomy factor and because there are so many who think they may not be able to wear, they call this a pillow mask. I call it nasal. But for those of you who wear the full face, that might be your preference. But you would change your mind if you wore this. But if you're a mouth breather, that's the other thing. If you're a mouth breather and either your doctor feels that you can't wear anything other than a full face, or you feel that you can't wear anything other than a full face or whatever, you can. All you need is that mouth tape or a chin strap. Like I said, I don't like the chin strap, but the mouth tape, it doesn't bother me at all. So yes, I would highly recommend this N31 mask. So thank you. I want to thank you for watching, and here it is, you guys. So let me know in the comments if you decided to try this, or if it's something that you've already gotten, or if it's something that you were afraid to get. I'm telling you, if you're afraid and you think it's not going to work for you, let me tell you, I mean, you will love it. If you are on a CPAP and you wear full face or even a nasal mask, I believe that I don't think it gets any better than this. I really don't. I mean, they can always improve, but this is perfect for me personally. So I would advise you to try it. You know, even if you just want to try it and you just keep your old stuff, and if you don't like it, then just go back to that or use that. But no, I think once you try this, you won't go back, okay? Okay, so that's it. We're at 20 minutes, so I'm going to let you go. And I thank you for watching this. Like I said, feel free to comment, and you can feel free to subscribe if you'd like to as well. So I will talk to you later, and may God bless you all. And whenever there's something else that I feel is important to review, CPAP-wise, I will come back to do so. So thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.